I need motion, I need traction, I need subscribers. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit your notification button so you know when I'm dropping new content. Yo, for all my viewers, if you would like to support my Cash App, everything is appreciated. Whether you could donate $1, $2, $5, $10. It's $RAHKARA. It's much appreciated. So what's the topic today's with this live? I want to talk about the Ring camera. They finessing us. They bamboozling us. This is why we gotta pay attention to what Amazon sells us. If you believe anything, you'll fall for anything. Like, everybody think it's so cool to shop and do business like crazy with Amazon, but once they take over everything and then it's forced to get stuff from them, you're not gonna understand it. How can anybody that have a Ring camera, whether you have Ring cameras in your house, outside of your house, could be granted access to your cameras? Just say they lost their dog, and then it's going everybody that got Ring cameras, you're gonna be able to tap into their camera to see if anybody walked past with your dog, or see if they potentially stole your dog because your dog got loose or whatever, or somebody stole the dog out of your off the premises of your property. We have to pay close attention. Remember, Ring had a breach. The system was hacked at one point. But this is what they finessing us with to cover up that they got hacked, whether it was a year ago or 6 months ago. So everybody that got rings, be mindful of how you can be affected in a negative way just by having a Ring camera thinking you being safe. But realistically, somebody could just be plotting on your house and say, "Oh, I lost the dog." Boom, see you not home, and then potentially try to mark your house for a break-in. So I think it's just reckless on Ring behalf for having this feature. So I mean, if whoever got Ring cameras, just put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you got a Ring camera. Yo, what up? What up? Shout out to whoever's in the chat. It's much appreciated. Share the chat. Share the chat if you can. Yeah, yeah. What up, chat? What up, chat? Can I get some likes into the chat? Let's get some more people in the room. Yo, so this topic, yeah, I'm very disappointed in Ring cameras. That's why as soon as I get the opportunity, it's gonna be a done deal. I'm gonna get a security system where we have an SD card and we control all our footage. Because realistically, somebody could hack your Ring camera and delete stuff. You know, even Amazon workers don't even want to be caught on your Ring camera. That's why they'll come on the side and just toss the shit over the rail because they don't want their face on a Ring camera. I wonder why. Who knows how Amazon vet when they hire these people? Amazon is not our friends. Ring camera is not our friends. They willing to use our own videos against us, for us to be hacked, potentially home invasions, and all that stuff. That's why we gotta do better research when it comes down to providing security systems for our home, our family, our children, because it's a shame about that advertisement during the Super Bowl. it's pretty much they told on themselves, and it's like people still gonna rock out with it like nobody have a problem with it. We should have a problem with it because it put all of us in harm way. They may be saying it's for a good protocol. Us Americans, we love our dogs. Yes, we love our dogs, but us Americans got to be responsible for our dogs too. Once our dog get loose, you got to be very active to retrieve your dog or make it where your dog doesn't get a loose. But if your dog is constantly getting a loose, you don't need to have that dog because you don't have control. That's why you got to be mindful and do the research when you purchasing dogs as well. It doesn't matter if they cost $500 or 15K. Dogs can be expensive because I know the dog that lives with me, he was an expensive ass Yorkie. Somebody do something to that dog, I'm willing to apply some pressure and go to jail over that dog because it's about the money that dog costs, the time and investment I put in with that dog, how much the dog was fed and all that. That money adds up. So whether he's a human being or not, he's extended family because that's my little alarm to let me know what's going on, something in the middle of the night. Because son don't sound like his behind is going to start barking, and then I wake up very easily, and then I'm gonna have to assess the situation. Realistically, I didn't want a Yorkie. At first I wanted the Doco Argentina, but then I found out that since they all white dogs, they have like defects where they go deaf. And then I wanted the King Corso, Italian Mastiff. It's a lot of work, and them dogs could be, if you get a prey King Corso, they could be a problem because they ready to do work. They gotta be active. You got to have enough time to spend with them and train them because it's a high temperament. But now these days, man, if I had to lean, I bet you that Ring camera, if you got a Tibetan Mastiff and that joint get loose, nobody ain't gonna steal that dog. I guarantee you they gonna complain and make that joint come back. If you got if you got if you got a Prussia Canary, it looks like a King Corso, but them joints is wild too. Some of them are wilder than King Corsos. Yeah, I think pit bulls as well. It is dogs out there that's way worse than pit bulls, bully cutters, Bora Boras. Goddamn Bora Boras is used to fight jaguars and lions and all that stuff in America. That's why it's the African massive. So what up, what up, what up, everybody in the chat? How y'all doing? Hello. Once again, if you are in the chat and you have a Ring camera, put a one in the chat because we got to figure out a better solution. Because Ring be playing games. I have multiple Ring cameras and stuff like that, but best to believe this going to be the year we gonna have to evaluate this situation and do something different. I understand Ring got have that storage where you don't have to have an SD card, but you depending on somebody else behind the walls that work for Ring to be able to pull up videos for you, or the video could be distorted, or it could have malfunctioned. This is why we gotta better our security system to keep ourselves safe and our loved ones safe. Because I'm not trying to have nobody break into what my family work hard for. And that's real talk. So I got one person got a Ring camera. I know it's more than one person that got a Ring camera. But if y'all seen that advertisement, that commercial during the Super Bowl, if you seen a commercial during the Super Bowl, put a two in the chat. because y'all gotta pay attention. We can't just be looking at the Super Bowl just to see the performance or just to see who win the game. We gotta pay attention to what people are selling us because you will get finesse. Okay, okay. So I only see one or two. So only one. Ha ha ha. Funny. Okay, cool, cool. I'm not gonna respond to nonsense. If you're gonna be on some nonsense, I could get active. I could really get active, but you hiding behind a wall. So let's not do this on that platform, or we can do this on this platform. But obviously you're a hater. Subscribe to the channel, man. Don't ask me if I'm gay, cause I'm straighter than 6 o'clock. I had your mom stretched out like 3:45, motherfucker. Don't play with me. I'm not gay. I'm straighter than 6 o'clock. Nothing, nothing wrong with no gay people. I just don't. That's just not my alley. No did. No diddy. I'ma spray this 2 times for you asking me that dumbass question. All right, all right, you Budala. That's what I'm gonna call you. You Budala. Figure out what that means. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so yeah, share the chat. Let's run these numbers up. These nonsense people, that's cool. You're a fan. You asking me that, so I must be a good looking motherfucker. You asking me that. I guess your mom's was at the Diddy parties. I guess your mom got dug out by young M.A. I'm all, for all type of smoke, man. For real, for real. You apparently you don't got nothing better else to do. Apparently you gay. Your mom should have swallowed you. Hmm. You a nut your daddy wish he ain't get. So once again, back to the topic or whatever. Just pay attention to what you signing up for. I encourage all the people that's willing to get rid of their ring camera. I salute y'all if y'all on that type of time. So do that. Do whatever you can to protect your family. The other topic I want to talk about, this little baby topic. You and your entourage shoot a football player, and then you in a state that's not gun friendly. You're going to jail. You and your entourage going to do some time. And you got to understand, it's different levels when you take it to that level to shoot an athlete because it's not them just worrying about their injuries and stuff like that. They boss is concerned about the injury because they invest millions and millions of dollars. These NFL owners and the commissioner, they're not going to play about that. They're going to do their own private investigation and all that stuff. And this situation happened right outside our private venue where more than likely it was strippers and alcohol involved. And that's a no-no because alcohol and them gentlemen parties don't mix when it come down to firearms. So California, make sure you do some serious time. And then when you got to do time in California, it's different than Atlanta. It's different in New York. It's different in Chicago. You can have some serious problems because number one, you ain't really from out there. Your gang affiliation only takes you so far.